Said she in love with cocaine and love to sniff it, my nigga. Gave her drops of LSD and now she trippy, my nigga. Told her if she get with me, I live like different, my nigga. I'm official, you dig? Come get with me, little bitch.
So what is up, guys? It's Pask here, and I'm back on the channel once again to do this review. I've been trying this Berlinwood for several months now, and I said, okay, we're ready to make a review for all of you, and for those especially who are going maybe to buy a new deck, or that are wondering if they maybe want to buy a Berlinwood or another one. Well, I'm not gonna try to convince you to buy this or not to buy this. I'm just giving you my personal review, which is, pretty impartial, and I'll tell you what are, in my opinion, the pro and the cons about this deck. So, as I said, I bought this deck several months ago, and now I've been shredding it for a very long time. So I have tried different situations with this deck, and first thing first, let's talk about its shape. It is a classic shape with medium concave and 33.3 millimeters of width. So it's a very classic Berlinwood, talking about the new generation ones, which are all about 33.3 millimeters. And so talking about the shape and the aesthetic of this deck is pretty awesome. I mean, I picked this graphic, I don't know if you can see now from camera. I picked this graphic, which should be called mini patterns, if I remember this good. Yeah, mini patterns, something like that. By the way, it's pretty cool. Graphic are very good. I've already had a Berlinwood before, but I had 29 millimeters only, so I bought this new one because I'm now, going toward the 32, 33, 34 millimeters generation decks, which I found that are pretty better when it comes to performance, at least for my style of fingerboarding. So what to say, aesthetically, as I say, give this deck a 10 out of 10. Okay, talking about the setup instead. Talking about the setup, well, if I do a review about the deck, I can't avoid talking about the setup, because a lot about the deck is regarding the setup too. You have some feelings and some sensations about the deck according to the setup you have used with that deck. So at first, to be honest with you, I didn't use the same setup. Actually, I used Black River trucks like now, but I had on flat face dual durometer wheels, and I wasn't using south bushings, so it was a bit different, but honestly in the overall performance it makes a very huge difference. So now I have this Winkler wheels Big Daddies, which gives me total, a completely different sensation, and I can say it's pretty better. So yeah, it's pretty good with this one. And so this is the current setup. So I'm gonna do a review of this deck with Black River trucks and Winkler wheels, which to me for now has been the best option to to select for this deck. Okay, starting by flat tricks, actually I can say that this is pretty good for flat tricks. Flips come out pretty good. I wouldn't say that easy, because I have a little issues with pop. When it comes to pop, you know, I think the pop is good, don't misunderstand me, but I find that there is a bit of imbalance between nose and tails. Nose and tail. Yeah, I know nose and tail are different and it is fine, of course. But in here I find the difference to be too much, just too much. The tail is too much smaller in my opinion, and this gives the deck a bit of imbalance. I mean, I have a flat face G15 which still has difference between nose and tail, but this deck to me is too much. This new Berlinwood shape is good and everything, but this kind of difference between nose and tail to me is just too much, because you know, 1 millimeter of width or 1 millimeter of length in the overall area makes a pretty great difference. I know it's just 1 millimeter per 1 millimeter, but it's fingerboarding, and this kind of things are very small, and so even a millimeter makes all the difference. If I had to say a con, it would definitely be the huge difference between nose and tail. Just this, that in my opinion affects a bit the performance, and I think that this is one of the reasons, because I see honestly very few fingerboarders using Berlinwoods. I remember when I started in 2010, everybody had a Berlinwood. Everybody wanted to have a Berlinwood. Now with all the companies coming, it looks like that things are a bit changed. By the way, to me, don't misunderstand me again, to me this deck is still a great deck, of course, but now, compared to my other setup, which is a flat face, I will definitely pick the flat face for the response that the pop gives me, and you know, the overall deck sensation. Okay, and I'll probably do a review of the flat face G15 deck too if you want me to do it, so let me know in the comments. Plus about this deck, to conclude my personal review, I can say on another thing on the rail, when I go on no slide, it's pretty normal to do a no slide on this deck. It's pretty easy, but when it comes to tail slide are a bit harder, because again the surface is really small of the tail, so that is another of the cons of having this difference between nose and tail. As I said, it is still a good deck. If I had to give it an opinion, you know, I recommend this. Okay, I can say that is a good deck, of course, and you know, I would give it a 6.5 out of 10, so a pretty you know, in the middle sensation about this, and I'm still using it, so don't think I don't like this. I'm just saying that, talking about the top brands, well, now I prefer a flat face. Maybe I'll change my mind in a bit of time, but this is now my current opinion. So this is my personal review. Hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you wanted a more don't know, more specific review about something, or if you have some requests for the new videos. I hope I'll be uploading more. So thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next ones. Bye guys.